Cash sales are reported as revenue in the income statement. Explain how cash sales meet the definition of revenue. So the two important concepts here are cash sales and revenue. So the first thing we'll do is look at the definition of a revenue. A revenue is an inflow of economic benefits that either increases assets or decreases liabilities, with the ultimate effect of increasing owner's equity. Let's look at what a cash sale is. That is when the business sells a good or a service to customers, and in exchange it gets cash in return. Let's look at whether that transaction of a cash sale does meet the definition of a revenue. So it might be quite obvious that it is a revenue, but how would we explain that? So the first thing we'll do is look at the definition of a revenue and start with, is there an inflow of economic benefits? So in this case, that is when the business sells goods and the customers give us cash in return. So cash is an economic benefit that's coming into the business. So therefore that is correct. There is an inflow of economic benefits of cash when you make a cash sale. The part two to a revenue is, does it increase an asset or decrease a liability? Now it only needs to do one of those two things. So what happens when a business makes a cash sale? Well, it gets more money. So that would increase an asset called cash. So that is also true. And lastly, does a cash sale increase owner's equity? So looking at our accounting equation, when we get more money for the sale, there's no impact on our liabilities, because what that will do is actually increase our capital or owner's equity. So that is correct. Explain how cash sales meet the definition of a revenue. So all we need to do now for 3 marks is go and write up an answer. So we're going to start by saying cash sales are a revenue because we've got 3 marks for the 3 parts to a revenue, and we'll define and relate those at the same time. So we're going to start by saying there is an inflow of economic benefits. That's the definition. In this case, the firm has received cash. We've related it. Secondly, the definition says there is an increase in assets. Now we'll relate it and say, in this case, the firm's cash balance will increase. And lastly, we'll define and relate at the same time by saying there is an overall increase in owner's equity. We've got 3 marks, one for each part of the definition of a revenue and for relating that to the example of a cash sale.